Video games are such an important part of life for many of us, but we don't always think about the effect they're having. So in this video, what I want to do is to talk to you about the negative impacts of gaming. Let's do this. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with playing video games, and in fact, I'm going to do another video on the positives of playing games. But it's important for you to know the effect that gaming's having on you. So if you're doing something which is hurting you in other areas of your life, you can change that. So gaming can be a great way to relax, have fun, meet friends, and just generally be happy and achieve things. Yet, there are some negative points which I want to talk to you about. And the first is that it's giving you an unrealistic expectation of how life should be. There's no reset button. You can't just start that mission again. If you fail at something in the real world, you have to pick yourself up and do something new. But in gaming, you just press try again and off you go until you get it right. And that can be really anxiety provoking when you can't just reset it. There's nothing you can do. You have to try your best to do it again and again and again till you get it right. It's funny, isn't it? Because in gaming, you don't see there's anything wrong with that. It's just a part of the game. Whereas when it comes to the real world, you have to do something else. So then gaming's stopping you from dealing with that anxiety. And if you don't ever master that, you'll never want to try anything new, apart from a game. And the reason why that is reason number two, is that in gaming, they give you direction. They give you a world in which to fight in, drive in, or just explore. You don't have to create anything from the ground up. They've done it for you. Therefore, it makes it easy for you to play in that world because there's not as much consequence and you haven't had to build anything in order to knock it down if it doesn't go right. It essentially just takes that anxiety and places it onto someone else. It's their responsibility, and as it's their responsibility, you don't feel that same turmoil, feeling of upset or just out of control as you would do in the real world. Next, instant gratification. In games, all you do is complete a mission, get something right, level up, get more XP points, and all of a sudden, you feel a little buzz of excitement. You think, yes, I've achieved something, I've done something, I've got something from all that hard work and effort I've put in. However, in the real world, nothing happens. There's no flash, there's no ding above your head that tells you that you've done it right. You just have to reflect on yourself and think, okay, I've done that next step. And also, remember, you might have done something, but you're not seeing any reward for it. You don't even know if you got it right. You have to start thinking and reflecting on your own ability, on your own strengths, and on your own achievements as something which is good. Whereas on Xbox Live, I know how many gamer points I've got. I know that I've done those missions and there's a little trophy next to it to prove that I've done it. Whereas in the real world, you don't have that. So it's important for you to think about where you get your gratification from. Gaming, again, gives you an unrealistic expectation of that achievement. And really, all you're getting is that little token or trophy or badge next to your name. You haven't really got anything at all. Think about how you could start to use that mindset of achievement in other areas of your life too. Whether it's exercise, getting a new job, a partner, anything. Because then you can actually take something away from you in the physical world, rather than getting all your satisfaction from living in the virtual world. And this leads us on to number 4, which is that you're getting gratification from doing the same tasks over and over and over again. Everyone does it. In RPGs, you go farming, trying your best to get as many lives as possible. And that's great if you want to beat that game, but wasting all that time just doing the same repetitive thing over and over and over again, you can only get so good at doing that. You're not testing yourself, you're not trying anything. You know you can do it, and you know once you get that many lives or that many XP points or that much money, you can go and buy that sword and beat that boss. It's a linear, easy way to relate to the world. And if you're doing that, what are you missing out on? Could you be doing something else which would actually lead you to feel happier in other areas of your life? Because if you're just farming over and over and over again, okay, you'll beat that boss. But what are you actually going to get from that? A new patch will come out, a new game will come out, and you'll just have to do it all over again. And lastly, random reward generation. This is something which I've done loads of research on, because random reward generation is something which is in many different games that are out there. Whether they're freemium games, such as apps on your phone, RPGs, action games, it's essentially when you do something and you get a random reward from doing that. Sometimes you might get 1 or 2 gold, and then another time you'll get 100 gold, or a gun, or an outfit, or anything. because that random reward generation leads to an addictive pattern of behavior. And that's what makes gambling machines addictive, because sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Same as the lottery. That sometimes winning and sometimes losing, that unpredictability leads you to seek that throughout all areas of your life, which is why they're trying so hard to stop random reward generation in games for children, because they're essentially laying the foundations to an addictive pattern of behavior. And if that's the way that you see the world, as in hopefully you might get something, hopefully something will materialize, then you're not actually making positive steps in other areas of your life, because you're just hoping that a lottery win comes up, or you find some money on the floor, or something magically happens out of your control. Whereas if you can start to think about you gaining control of your life, then you're going to be putting yourself in the best position to be lucky. Remember, being lucky, and luck in general, is something you can control. Okay, occasionally, something will happen randomly. But actually, if you put yourself in the right place at the right time over and over and over again, you're more likely to be lucky. And in gaming, that could be farming for hours. But in the real world, you could achieve anything. So what this video has really been about is highlighting some of the key negative aspects of gaming. And that's not to say gaming is bad in general. Far from it. Gaming is a really good resource in order to teach you hand-eye coordination, meet friends, and just be happier throughout your life. So I'm not saying stop playing games, but if your whole life is geared around playing games, all your rewards, all your validation, everything that gives you a sense of self is in that character, then you're not going to be giving your body, your mind, and your heart the best steps in order to achieve more throughout your life. Have your avatar there, use it and play it, and enjoy being that person, but also step back once in a while and think, I'm spending a lot of time doing this, what else could I be doing? And on that note, what I'm going to do is wish you all the best. And next time, what I'm going to do is actually talk to you about the positive aspects of gaming. Because, as I said at the start of this video, gaming gets a bad reputation, and it's not all bad. It can teach you some really, really important life lessons and give you the skills in order to make it more likely you'll succeed outside of the gaming world. So make sure you subscribe to see that video, plenty more to come. Also, remember, if you enjoyed it, like this video, and let me know, what do you feel about gaming and how much is it impacting your life? See you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.